Deep inside a dark underground den beneath the scorching African savanna, Kala the wild dog gives birth to tiny pink pups trembling helplessly in the shadows. The newborns whimper weakly while Kala curls her exhausted body tightly around them to shield them from the harsh wilderness outside. Blind and fragile, the pups press against her warm fur while soft dust drifts through narrow cracks in the den walls. Kala gently licks each tiny body clean while her glowing eyes remain fixed toward the cave entrance listening for danger. The newborns slowly crawl toward her belly, searching desperately for nourishing milk in the darkness. Outside the den, the African night breathes with distant growls. Rustling grass, and unseen predators. Then suddenly Kala stiffens. A spotted hyena creeps closer through the brush, drawn by the scent of vulnerable newborn life hidden underground. The predator peers into the darkness and meets the fierce burning stare of Kala guarding her litter. Kala rises instantly, placing her body completely between the hyena and the helpless pups behind her. Deep growls rumble from her chest while saliva drips from bared teeth ready for battle. The hyena steps closer, testing her resolve. Then Kala explodes forward with a vicious bark that shakes the entire den like thunder. Her jaws snap violently through the darkness, forcing the predator backward inch by inch. Again she lunges with relentless fury until the intimidated hyena finally retreats into the night defeated. Panting heavily from adrenaline, Kala watches the shadows carefully until the threat disappears completely. Only then does she return to her trembling pups and comfort them with gentle licks beneath the safety of the cave. Time passes across the endless savanna, and soft mottled fur slowly begins covering the once fragile newborn bodies. One by one the pups open bright, curious eyes and stare toward the glowing light beyond the den entrance. Kala carefully leads them outside for the very first time into the dry golden world of Africa. Tiny paws touch warm dirt while endless grasslands stretch beneath the burning sun. The pups tumble playfully around Kala's legs while she keeps constant watch over the wilderness surrounding them. But danger moves silently through the bushes nearby. freezes instantly as a leopard stalks low through the dry thicket with deadly eyes fixed on the vulnerable pups. Without hesitation, Kala unleashes a sharp alarm bark, sending the frightened puppies sprinting back toward the den. At the same moment, the alpha male and the rest of the pack burst forward beside her, forming a united wall of survival. Kala leads the charge directly at the leopard with fearless speed and explosive aggression. The big cat hisses violently as the wild dogs surround it from every direction beneath clouds of swirling dust. Kala lunges repeatedly at the predator's hind legs while the coordinated pack cuts off every possible escape. Outnumbered and overwhelmed, the leopard scrambles desperately up a tall acacia tree, trying to survive the relentless assault. Kala circles below, barking furiously, while the trapped predator clings helplessly to the branches above. Only when the threat is fully contained does Kala signal the pack to return safely to the den. The pups rush toward her in relief, while Kala gently nudges them reassuringly beneath the golden sunlight. Seasons continue passing and the once helpless puppies grow into energetic young hunters of the African plains. Kala leads the pack across dry grasslands, teaching the young ones the ancient art of survival through teamwork and endurance. Far in the distance, a herd of antelope moves carefully through the shimmering heat. Kala lowers her body silently into the tall grass, beginning the meticulous stalking phase of the hunt. The young pups watch closely as Kala moves like a shadow through the golden savanna. Her eyes lock onto a single antelope separated slightly from the herd. Then suddenly Kala explodes forward into a breathtaking sprint across the dry plains. Dust erupts behind her powerful legs while the pack races beside her in perfect coordination. The terrified antelope bolts wildly through thorn bushes, trying desperately to escape the relentless predators. Kala maintains impossible speed, breathing rhythmically while closing the distance meter by meter. The pups trail behind in awe, watching the flawless execution of the hunt unfolding before them. At last Kala reaches striking distance. With explosive force she lunges forward and clamps her jaws violently onto the antelope's hind leg. The prey stumbles desperately while Kala drags her full weight backward, refusing to release her terrifying grip. The rest of the pack swarms in, instantly surrounding the exhausted animal beneath clouds of red dust. The antelope crashes violently into thorny brush while Kala pins it firmly to the earth. Her chest heaves heavily after the brutal chase while the victorious pack gathers around the fallen prey. For the first time, the young pups feast on fresh meat beneath the watchful eyes of their mother. Kala steps back proudly while the hungry youngsters tear eagerly into the successful kill. Blood stains her muzzle as she joins the feast, always alert for scavengers lurking nearby. Wind sweeps across the open plains, rustling the fur of the feeding pack beneath the endless African sky. Later, Kala drinks deeply from a watering hole before resting beside her sleeping pups beneath the fading sunlight. As golden hour spreads across the savanna, the exhausted mother lies peacefully while warm wind drifts over her scarred body. Night eventually falls beneath an ancient baobab tree where Kala guards her sleeping family beneath the glowing African moon. Her eyes shine through the darkness, listening to every sound carried across the wilderness. Years pass, and Kala rises into the undisputed matriarch of the pack. Strong muscles ripple beneath her patterned coat while sharp, intelligent eyes scan the horizon with the wisdom of survival. At dawn, she stands proudly upon a ridge overlooking the vast dried kingdom she fought endlessly to protect. The entire pack answers her haunting howl with primitive cries echoing across the African plains. No longer simply a frightened mother defending helpless pups in darkness. Kala has become a legendary symbol of endurance, instinct, unity, and relentless survival in the wild heart of Africa.